Hi, this is Winner, and welcome to Winscope Podcast. I think we can all agree that when we work at our job, we would like to get well compensated for our work, right? Our grinds and all the results that we achieve in the workplace. And one of the tangible rewards that we're all pursuing, most likely, is to get promoted. And the reason being, getting promoted often comes with recognition. So you are recognized for your work and performance, and this definitely carries a high social value. Getting promoted also often comes with increase in power and responsibility. So we like the idea of attaining more control and sometimes more authority in the workplace. And last but not least, getting promoted comes with higher salary. And this is perhaps the main motivator for all of us to pursue career advancement and climbing that corporate ladder. We want to earn more money to be able to afford nice things and to take care of our loved ones and enjoy a good quality of life. So those are definitely the things that come to mind whenever we think about getting promoted, right? However, in this episode, I want to talk about things that people rarely talk about when actually getting promoted. And these are things that I would not have learned about without going through several promotions myself, which I think would be helpful to those who are looking to get promoted, or perhaps, to prepare and calibrate your expectations whenever your time for promotion comes. So let's dive into the first one. The first thing that I have learned about being promoted is that you still have to earn your new role. Because being given a title does not automatically establish you into the role in the eyes of other people in the company yet. You still need to earn your place through your work and be able to support others, be able to contribute. You are not entitled to anything. And sure, being promoted already means that you've been given the trust of your supervisors and perhaps a number of other managers as well. But I might even go as far as saying that it's only just the beginning. So never fall into the trap of being passive and think that things will fall into your lap and things will just magically fall into place when you start out. So do the work first. And the first thing that I would recommend is to reach out to other people, to introduce yourself and get to know people. You may even have to ask around to know what's going on and look for opportunities to participate and, more importantly, contribute. It might be a lot of work at first, but if you start on the right foot, things will slowly get easier. And if you can show your worth by being able to contribute, people will start coming to you on their own. And by then, you'll need to balance your workload again to prioritize your time. The second thing that I want to talk about that I've learned through promotions is get ready for imposter syndrome. Now, I talked a lot about this one in my previous episode on work anxiety. Whenever you find yourself in a new role, and especially with expanded job scope and responsibilities, you will need to accept that the previous skill sets that got you here may not work for your new role, and most likely will not work for your new role actually. So you will have to learn and acquire a new set of skills. And this is especially true when you take on the role of people manager, where it is not about completing tasks effectively anymore, but how do you get those same tasks completed through other people and drive things on a wider scale? You will venture into unfamiliar territory, which will make you very uncomfortable. You will doubt yourself at various stages along the way, experimenting and then making mistakes. But take comfort in the fact that everyone will have to go through this at some point during career advancement. And the sooner that you can accept the necessity of bringing yourself outside the comfort zone, the sooner you will have a better grasp of your new role. And speaking from experience, my main advice is that it is always better to make mistakes when trying to do the right things than to avoid making mistakes by doing nothing at all. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about that I've learned through getting promoted is that you will start to notice that you are more alone. And what I mean by that is that the concept of promotion is that you are moving up the organization. And most likely, the organization's structure is going to look like a pyramid in that there are less people up top than there are at the bottom. I'm not saying that you will stop being friends with your coworker from your previous role. However, I'm saying that there will be less and less people who can relate to what you are experiencing. In your previous role, you may have several coworkers in the same position as you, or at least within the same ranking. But when you move up the ladder, you might find that there's only a few people who are your counterparts who may not even work in the same office or may not even work in the same region as you. So, and you know what? It might even be possible that you are the only one in your role. And this is something that you will experience, which might seem scary at first, but after some time, you may not only get used to it, but you will learn how to better form relationships with other people without just relying on meeting and talking to people only within your same ranking or even within your same job scope. Now, the fourth and final thing that I've learned through getting promoted is the concept of pace. So it is not necessary to be going all in with 110% at all times. You need to learn when to strike while the iron is hot, when to take things slow, or when to apply inaction in order to have a good assessment of the situation. The more you grow in your career, chances are you will enter into a bigger and likely more complex political landscape. Being effective in your new role will be less about working hard and more about working smart. This is not to say that you shouldn't work hard, no. But rather, you need to learn to manage your limited resources, particularly your time, to produce the most results. And you do not always need to rush into everything. I've discovered that for certain things, deciding to do nothing yet is an action itself. And some things may benefit from being left alone before stepping in at the right moment, once you start having a better understanding, once you start having better information. I've experienced several times when I jump in too fast that it actually costs me more time than it would if I would have waited just a little bit more, just to let things play out a little bit more, and more importantly, to get more information and understanding about the things that I'm seeing. There's a lot that I can actually talk about on that topic, but I think it's worth another episode for another day. So those are the things that I've learned through getting promoted several times within a global company. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and that those are helpful information, helpful things to know for those who are about to go through promotions yourself. Are you going through a promotion yourself? Have you experienced something similar? Let me know your thoughts in the comments for the episode. That's it for today, and I'll see you again in the next one.